What's up, all my beautiful Irish people? We're going to be doing a reaction to the news talk story, Limerick soldier attack victim speaks out. Okay, and the quote is, I felt so defeated. Now, before we do that, guys, I'm just going to give my account and reaccountment of the take that I've been reading. This is like the most awful thing I've ever seen, guys. I was actually in Canada for this last one, but a lot of people come to my channel for like news talks and news weekly and stuff like that. But this happened basically in Limerick, if I believe. This woman was like walking home from a night out, and this Cathal Crotty, 22 years old, which they put his full address. They put his full address everywhere. Could you imagine? Like, everyone just hates this dude. It's insane, right? Which of course is deserved. And he basically was like yelling homophobic slurs at some other guy, and this is all on CCTV footage, because obviously, you know, you could say that it might be hearsay, but for the best of my knowledge, the CCTV had audio as well, okay? And that's what initiated the attack, and I believe he, you know, said that in court as well, that he was yelling just stuff at, like, homophobic shit, guys, like crazy stuff, right? At, like, people. And then this girl, whose name is Natasha Brien, was just walking home, and she saw the kind of, you know, attack, the verbal attack. And this guy, Cathal Crotty, approached her, then ran across the road and like beat her up, like hit her 6 times, right? Beat her up till she passed out unconscious, which is insane. All right, this guy's actually an Irish Army soldier as well, so he should have been protecting people, not, you know, abusing them, basically. And he basically ran home, you know, mocked her, like went on social media and was like, oh, two hits to put her down, 2 to put her out, this type of thing, like this, basically just mocking her. And he actually went to court for this, and he denied everything until they revealed that they had CCTV footage. So this guy was so conniving, so mischievous, like, that he would like completely avoid all the, you know, evidence and stuff until it came out, okay? He completely denied everything. So like, just absolutely like the craziest thing I've ever seen in my life. But she's been in the news a lot recently, guys. This is like the biggest story of all time, because they talked about Ashley Murphy, you know, how that guy, the Roma guy, attacked her and all this type of stuff and killed her. And that could have very well happened here, guys. Like, a lot of people want to talk about, oh, the guy walked free from court and stuff like that. That's okay, that's terrible that he's walking free from court 3 years. You know, obviously he didn't get any jail sentence, which is insane. The Irish Army is actually backing him up, apparently, or at least for the most part, I know they're not firing him. They're trying to fire him anyway, because, you know, should you get fired from your job, guys? Yeah, probably, but it's even more so if you're like a guard or like an army guy, because you're there to protect people, guys. Like, your job is literally to protect the country from people. You take like an oath, and that's not protecting people, guys. That's literally vicious attacking of people, insane, innocent people at that, guys. Like, it's one thing if you beat up another guy, if you have like a scrap in the, you know, everyone fights outside Supermax, you know what I mean? But that's kind of like mutual combat. This is like insane, like getting at, like, just unprovoked crazy shit, like, right? Just insane, guys. Limerick, right? Just nuts, right? And it's pretty insane, guys. It's pretty insane that he walked free, got no sentence, didn't get fired, everything is fine. And this is the type of thing, guys, people need to be more strict with the law here. Like, I'm not saying bring in loads of laws, but at least when there's like a blatant vicious attack on CCTV, you have to lock this guy up, guys, for 3 to 5 years. I would say probably 10 years. Okay, personally, I don't know how brutal the attack was, if she had any you know, GBR, whatever, grievous bodily harm, like if she had like scars or stitches, you know, I'm not sure. She'll tell us here, you know, of course. But it's insane, guys. It is actually insane. A lot of people want to hear my thoughts on it, and truly, guys, my opinion, it doesn't really matter about the sentencing, because she could have been dead, right? What they need to bring in is like self-defense stuff, guys. Like, have women have like whatever self-defense stuff, self-defense classes, you know, tell people here's how to run away from people. Like, it's just really basic like self-defense stuff, guys, because really there's just going to be nutcases in the world, and you have to learn how to just avoid them and get away from them, and try and, you know, get around it somehow and defend yourself. Like, this guy, he could have killed her, guys. Like, no two ways about it. If she had a gun or something and she could have defended himself, you know, and she shot and killed him, that would have been absolutely acceptable in my eyes. You know, absolutely, guys. You know, there should have been some sort of defense here. But in Ireland, guys, don't blame the people, blame the politicians, guys. The politicians are to blame. They don't bring in any laws. After Ashley Murphy died, no laws, no, you know, pepper spray, nothing, guys, nothing. You're not allowed anything to defend yourself, okay, as a woman. So it's insane, guys. So just blame those people. Don't worry about blaming the individuals, because individuals are just going to be psycho and stupid, right? the actual politicians don't bring in any laws. Okay, tougher sentencing is absolutely should be mandatory, of course, guys. Of course, I agree with that. But in the act itself, you have to have something to defend yourself so you don't die, guys. You know, that's really where it matters most. Okay, the sort of laws around self-defense. That's where it matters most, in my opinion. So we're gonna listen to this story, guys. Leave a comment down below what you all think. Wild. I saw a lot of different, YouTubers and Instagrammers talk about this. It's made international news, guys, so it's crazy.
We've been hearing all morning about this story of a serving Irish soldier, Cathal Crotty, from Park Row Heights in Ardnacrusha in County Clare. He beat a woman unconscious, that's Natasha Brien, in a random street attack in Limerick on O'Connell Street in May 2022. He went on to boast about it afterwards in social media, and he walked free from a court after getting a fully suspended sentence.
Man, when you hear just everything, I'm not trying to make like a joke of it. When you hear everything in a row, it's just like insane. The amount of shit that, how did this guy get let off, guys? It is a joke, bro. It is a joke, because how the hell did they let this guy off? This is insanity, guys. This is just like straight up across the board. Nobody would agree with this. Like insane, guys. Absolutely insane.
Just yesterday,
I just remember walking out of that courtroom and I had so many emotions pumping through my body. I was just completely horrified, appalled. I couldn't believe the reason for the sentence that was given by Judge O'Donnell. It was truly, I feel it was quite ignorant to be telling a victim who actually took a stand, faced her attacker for the first time, that you are so lucky he took the guilty plea. That is paraphrasing, but that is exactly what was being said. That it was.
Bro, it doesn't matter what you plead, guys. She could have died, bro. This is crazy. They should have got 100% 5 years, like straight off the bat, guys. Minimum. It should have been 10 years. Personally, I'm a bit of a harsh guy. I think if you hit somebody or do something crazy, you should go to jail for 10 years, guys. Personally, like that's just if you hit someone, beat somebody up, that you might be able to kill them, which of course he could. Big, strong guy, probably fit as could be. Come on, guys. And he's not strong. He's a little weakling, guys. Okay, because mentally, when you do stuff like that, guys, that's the lowest beta males in society, guys. That's the lowest of low, man. It's crazy. So
important that this young, promising male did not lose his career in the Irish Defence Forces. But in my victim statement,
how did this guy not lose his career, guys? This is crazy. If you worked for like Google or like Amazon and you came into work the next day as an IT consultant, let's say, and you did some craziness like this on the weekend, beating up people, fighting in the streets like a flippin', some sort of like nutcase, trying to kill people, you would be fired straight away, guys. How does this guy not get fired? This is insane, guys. This is wild.
In my victim impact statement, I had expressed very, very clearly that my mental health declined. I went on such a downward spiral mentally that I could not complete basic tasks, let alone show up to work, let alone. I loved my job. It was amazing. And I ended up having to leave that job. Like, I walked out of that courthouse and I felt so ignored, so defeated. But the most heartbreaking part is that I wasn't actually surprised. I wasn't even, I hadn't heard anything in regards to my case going forward or anything in over a year, and I had assumed.
Yeah, guys, like it's crazy. Like these cases take so long to process. They try and they do that for a reason, guys. They do that so that kind of the emotions of the case are really downplayed. All right, they did that for the Ashley Murphy case. Oh, let's not rile people up, type of thing. But like, let's get it done quick, guys. I want to see what the outcome of this is. It should have been done within 3 weeks, guys. Crazy.
Maybe it was thrown out by the DPP for some reason or other, because this happens all the time. So when I got the call that there was actually a sentencing, I was absolutely, utterly shocked. And I was like, wow, this is the best I could even have expected. But at the same time, especially a headline of 2 weeks ago of another young, promising Limerick man who viciously attacked another young, defenceless male, he walked free too.
Yeah, and I like the way she says, like, I like that, guys, because it's not just attack on women, okay? There is, I know a lot of people don't like to talk about it as guys, but most guys are defenseless as well, okay? Most guys aren't going to have jiu-jitsu and karate and boxing to defend themselves, guys. Most guys, or they aren't going to hit the gym, or they're not going to be physically fit to defend themselves. So some big jacked dude, like, whooping on some small guy, like 5'5", like, that's not good either. That should be treated almost the damn same, as the women. Obviously, it's worse, but it should be treated just as bad, guys. Crazy, man. This is wild shit, guys. I see people getting beaten up, that, you know, sometimes, and like concussed, and like really bad shit happening, and like nothing happening sometimes, you know. It's crazy, bro. This is insane, dude. They need to be really strict, man. This is wild, because you allow this to happen. There's a famous quote, I saw it on Twitter: when you don't punish the perpetrator, you punish the victim. I like that one, guys. If you don't punish the criminal, you punish the victim inadvertently, right?
An appeal would only be possible if there were extremely lenient circumstances in the sentencing. Unfortunately, this sentence is not extremely lenient in the court of law, in the Department of Justice. This is actually a very average sentence when you look at all the other cases in the Department of Justice, and that's the problem.
Jesus.
That's the problem. However, I do believe that because there has been an utter public devastation and utter lack of faith in the Department of Justice, that this now wipes the grounds for an appeal.
How do we encourage people to come?
She should appeal that, absolutely,
forward when this is the message that we send out. And you can be sure this sends out a message. It sends it loud and it sends it clear. But it's the wrong message that we're sending out, and particularly in the face of the Justice Minister Helen McEntee on the 1st of April launched the implementation plan for zero tolerance strategy. This is the third one on domestic, sexual and gender-based violence. I have a copy of it here. We heard from the organisation only on Tuesday of this week. I
don't want to make this political, but at the same time, guys, we shouldn't be now restricting freedoms. Okay, let's make it whatever, some craziness, like guys aren't allowed to go out after dark or whatever, some crazy shit. We need to make it so like that women and stuff can like defend themselves in certain ways. They can carry certain things that guys can't, or something, guys, or something. Someone suggests something to me, guys. I'm not a flipping legislator, but it would be amazing to see some law come in, or some new law that expands freedoms for women or something. They're allowed to carry whatever, pepper spray. So I don't know, guys, or shit, man. I'm down for anything, guys. You can carry whatever you want in Chris's County Gaines world, but you know, to defend yourself. Because that's all that matters, guys. I'm not trying to get killed by some flipping crazy guy, lunatic guy. Like, that's insane, guys. You know what I mean?
Zaid, a lot of discussion about this on Tuesday. They had recorded the highest level of disclosures of domestic abuse in their 50-year history. There were 40,000 disclosures in the last year. It's up 18%. They've been talking about this since Tuesday. And here we are talking about this incident and this case and this sentence hearing that happened for Natasha O'Brien just yesterday.
Like, in all seriousness, guys, like, they only gave, what did they give Ashley Murphy's killer, guys? They gave him like 10 or 20 years. Like, dog, they should have given that guy at least 50, 100 years. Like, I understand when two guys fight, okay, sometimes you die, okay, because you're on the streets, you hit a guy and they hit their head or whatever. There's certain cases where, okay, the guy should get maybe 5, 10 years, whatever. But if you intentionally, first degree, go out and try to attack someone for something, dude, all this shit, 50, 100 years, that's what you should get, dude. You know, because you try to kill that person. This is insane, guys. Like, dude, insane, bro. I don't even know how the hell people are not, the whole country isn't riling up together, you know. And not to bring in new laws, like I said, guys, I'm not trying to make this political, but you can't restrict freedoms, expand them for people that need them. You know what I'm saying? I love you guys all. I'll see you all in the next one, man.